organization? Do you create impact? Okay, what do you do? Do you make a difference? So an impact is simply an experience and feeling people have when they have connected with you, especially when you're not in the room anymore. So that's what impact is about. So as I meet you today, I'm connected with you. What kind of experience do I have, and what kind of feeling do I have after I have connected with you and we have all, bid ourselves goodbye? Will I still want to do business with you again? Will I still want to have conversations with you? So leaders must take responsibility, especially when it comes to creating impact. And impact is very, very vital. Impact is very vital in leadership. You don't have to have all the money in the world in order to make a difference. I've told people this thing: if you don't have money, you have your time. You can give your time. If you don't have time, you can give your energy. If you don't have energy, you can give your resources. There must be something that you contribute to make another person's life better, to make another person's life better than you met them. That's the responsibility that I want people to start taking in creating impact. There must be something you bring to the table. There must be, something positive that people can look at and say, you are responsible for this. And that is the impact that we're talking about. So I'm encouraging you, I'm charging you right now to be a person of impact. Don't just live randomly. Be a person of impact. Let people, meet you and their lives are better. Let people come in contact with you and they experience change. Let something positive drop in the lives of people because they met you. That's what impact is about. So you must be able to take that responsibility and tell yourself, you know what? Anybody I meet anywhere, I will make impact in that person's life. Anybody I meet, it doesn't matter the language they speak. It doesn't matter if they're from the same religion, if they practice the same religion as I practice. It doesn't matter if they speak the same language as I speak. But I want to create impact on whoever and wherever. So it doesn't matter where they are. It doesn't matter who they are. You just want to create positive impact in their life. That is the responsibility leaders must be able to take up. Impact is key. Impact is important. When your days on earth are over, nobody will remember you in monetary terms. Nobody will remember you in material terms. In fact, nobody will care about how much you had in your bank account. Nobody will care how much houses you have. Not as though these things are not important, they are good. But you know what people will think about the more? It's the impact that you were able to create. That's what you're going to be remembered for. The impact, the differences you created in people's lives, how you touched people's lives positively, the positive marks that you made. That is what you're going to be remembered for. So I'm encouraging you right now to take responsibility in creating impact wherever you are, in an organization, in the team, and as a person. Okay, leaders must take that responsibility, and I hope that after this conversation you begin to look at the little things that you can do in your family. Take responsibility in your school. Take responsibility where you worship. Take responsibility. Identify the problems that are there, and if you have the solutions to this problem, don't wait for anybody to tell you to do. Go and do them. That is what leadership is about. The greatest is the one who serves, and service is the hallmark of leadership. All right, so that's number one. Number two, every leader must take the responsibility to create a vision. So we're talking about vision right now as another component that leaders must be responsible for. Vision. What is vision? Vision is simply a desired future conceived in the mind. Vision is simply a picture you have painted about the possibilities of in the future. Though you have not gotten there, but in writing your mind, you've been able to create possibilities. You've been able to create a state of perfection, a state of accomplishment. That is what vision is about. So leaders must take the responsibility to create a vision for for themselves, for their families, for their businesses, for their academics, wherever you find yourself in the every facet of your life. You must be able to create a vision for that facet. So if you run a business, what vision have you created for that business? If you're in school, what vision have you created for your school? If you are in marriage, what vision have you created for your marriage? What kind of children do you want to have? What kind of wife do you want to be? What kind of husband do you want to be? That's what vision is about. Okay, so you must be able to create a vision for your life, and your vision is what propels you to keep going. Vision is like a mission accomplished. Okay, so think about all the things that you want to accomplish in life, think about all the things that you want to do in life, and then create a vision plan. I remember, Mohammed bin Rashid in his book My Vision. He told the story of how Dubai became the marvel of the world. Ladies and gentlemen, as at 1976, Dubai was a complete desert. Nobody wanted to go there. If I gave you a free visa, you would have rejected it because nothing was fascinating about Dubai. It was an arid land. It was dry. There was nothing fantastic about it. But a man with a vision came, by name Mohammed bin Rashid, and he started building the city of Dubai. Today, Dubai is the innovation capital of the world. Today, Dubai is the destination for tourism. Today, Dubai is every couple's vacation sport. They want to go there. They want to feel good. But 50 years ago, 60 years ago, it wasn't like that. What happened? Vision. A man thought about something and pursued it. So what exactly do you have in your heart that you want to accomplish? What exactly do you have in your mind that you want to birth? Take responsibility for vision. Where there is no vision, there is no hope. Where there's no vision, the people will be directionless. Where there's no vision, there will be no direction towards a particular destination. So vision creates a pathway to a destination. If you're wondering why is my life so scattered, why is it that I start something and I fail, think about it. Do you have a vision? Have you been able to create a vision for yourself? Have you been able to create a pathway towards a destination? That's the responsibility that we're talking about. And if you look at your leadership space, whether it's in your country, you see that there's a huge deficit of this particular responsibility. Not a lot of leaders are responsible in terms of creating a vision. Okay, so they just want something for their bellies today, and okay, I'm satisfied. No long-term thinking, no sustainability plan. But you must not be like that. And that is why I'm encouraging you to start drafting a vision for yourself. And it's so simple. For your academics, you want to tell yourself, I want to be the best student that I've ever passed through this university. I want to be the best student that has ever passed through this university. That's a vision. I want to be the best guy that you've ever met. That's a vision to become a good husband. I want to be the best lady that you've ever met. That's a vision to be a good wife. So you can create a vision for every aspect of your life. That's a responsibility. So I'm encouraging you right now to start creating that vision. That's what leadership is about. It's about taking responsibility. And in all of this conversation, I've not even mentioned that you have to be, maybe the CEO of a company, or to be the manager of a company, or to be the governor of a state, or to be the minister in a department or in a ministry. No. Right there where you are, you can develop a vision plan for your life, for yourself, for your family, for the things that you're doing right now. Where do you want it to be in the next 10 years? Where do you want it to be in the next 5 years? That is what we are talking about. And you can start drafting them vision for yourself. I hope this makes sense to somebody. I just hope that this makes sense to somebody who can start from tonight to say, you know what, in the next 5 years, this is what I want to accomplish. In the next 10 years, this is what I want to accomplish. In the next 15 years, this is who I want to be. Can I say this before I move to the third component? Success is not in what you're pursuing. Success is not about pursuing many things. Success is in who you become, is in what you attract, sorry, by who you become. All right, because a lot of people are chasing success. Chase, no, no. Success is in what you attract by who you become. So the more you become, the more you attract. So that tells you to keep increasing your value capital, improving yourself, becoming better, and things will start coming. So having said that, I want to move over to the next component, which talks about empathy. Leaders must take responsibility to be empathetic in nature. How empathetic are you? And empathy has to do with being sensitive to the feelings of people. So as you lead people, as you lead teams, as you interact with people, you are beginning to be sensitive to their emotions. You are sensitive to their behaviors. You are sensitive to their body language, to their facial expression, to how they behave. You're sensitive, and that informs your decision. That informs how you speak. That informs the conversation that you're going to be having with them. That informs the choices and the policies that you're going to make. So you see that most of our leaders are not empathetic in nature because they are not sensitive to the feelings of the people. So by the time they are sensitive to the feelings of the people, that will inform the policies that they're going to create. And the policies will now be in favor of the larger populace. Does that make sense? So as a leader, you have to be empathetic. You have to, ask yourself, these words that I'm going to say to this person, if someone else says it to me, it's going to hurt me, so I'm not going to say it. This action that I'm going to take is going to hurt the next person, so I'm not going to act. Does that make sense? So empathy is simply, in a layman term, putting yourself in the shoes of other people. That's what it means. Very simple. In a layman's understanding, putting yourself in the shoes of other people. So take that responsibility to put yourself in the shoes of others. Try to put yourself at the other end of the table and ask yourself, if I don't have light for complete 24 hours, how am I going to feel? If there is no good roads for me to apply on, how am I going to feel? If there are no good hospital to access quality health care, how am I going to feel? If there are no good schools to go to, how am I going to feel if my children come and they fail and they're daft, they're unintelligent? If you as a leader and talking to those who are in positions of authority, if you think this way, there's nothing will stop you from improving our schools, improving our hospitals, improving the state of our roads, improving everything that should make life better. But the problem, some of you are sympathetic rather than empathetic. You just sympathize with people. Oh, sorry for this, and you commiserate with them. But you are not empathetic enough. You're not trying to put yourself in the shoes of others. You're not trying to put yourself in the situations of other people. Not asking yourself, if I were the one, how would I feel? So the responsibility every leader must take is to be empathetic in nature. I hope this helps you. The fourth component I'm going to talk about is influence. Leadership is influence. According to John C. Maxwell, leadership is influence. Everything rises and falls on leadership. See, I can tell you honestly, there are certain things that you're doing right now you copied from not someone else. You learned from someone else. Certain things you're doing, you learn from someone else. Somebody influenced you. Somebody, you know, did something that you observed, and you are doing that thing right now. The person didn't force you to do them. You're just doing it. So there are people who are watching you, but you cannot tell. There are people who are watching you, observing your character traits, but you cannot tell. So leadership is influence, and I'm encouraging you to model the right influence. Model the right influence. Model the right influence. Model the right influence. Please. Model the right influence, especially to younger people who are around you. They don't listen, they copy. Children do not listen, they copy. Young people's hearts and minds are like that spongy in nature, so spongy. They just soak everything. All right. So I'm encouraging you to model the right influence. Does that make sense? You must take that responsibility to model the right influence. I'm going to talk about lastly commitment. So you must take the responsibility to be committed to your dreams, to your goals, to your visions, everything that you want to achieve. Will takes self-discipline, takes determination, takes dedication for that thing to be accomplished. So leaders must be committed to what they say that they will do. Leaders must be committed to their goals. Leaders must be committed to their vision. Leaders will be committed to their objectives. These components will help you to be a responsible leader, whether you are in government, whether you are in an organization, whether you are acting as an individual. These components will help you to distinguish you from the crowd. Okay, so having said all of this, how do you now begin to act responsibly as a leader? How do you now soak in this responsibility? How do you take charge of yourself in order to lead effectively? I've been able to summarize this under what I call ABCD. Okay, A, accept responsibility. You must accept that responsibility to become a very good leader. So you accept that responsibility. Remember Winston Churchill's quote that responsibility is the price of greatness. So you must accept the responsibility that I want to be a leader who is different. I want to be a leader who will create a positive difference in the lives of people. I want to be the guy who, creates an impact and everybody wants to learn from that impact. Okay, so accept responsibility. B, believe in that responsibility. Believe in that responsibility that you have chosen, that you've accepted. All right, because what you don't believe in, you will not give your time to. What you don't believe in, you will never invest in. C, you must stay committed. You must stay committed to your dreams. You must stay committed to the responsibility. You just have to stay committed to it. And this leadership is not a walk in the park. It's not tea party. It's actually hard work. Leadership is hard work. So you can imagine how Dubai moved from desert land to become the innovation capital of the world in less than 50 years. It's so much work. You and I cannot see what happened behind the scene. We are only seeing the glamour. We are only seeing the beautiful things. But if you ask those founding fathers this question, what were the challenges, they will tell you a million and one challenges. So leaders must stay committed, because it takes commitment, it takes determination to move from nothing to something, to move from grass to grace, to move from point zero to point hero. So you must be able to take that responsibility and be committed to your vision. D, finally, is deliver the future. Yeah, deliver the future. When you have accepted responsibility, you believe in that responsibility, you commit to the responsibility. What will now happen to you is the delivery of that future. Okay. Now, I've oftentimes said that your future is not your future is inside of you. Okay, you know why? Because your future consists of everything you can do but have not yet done. Yeah, your future consists of everywhere you can go but have not yet gone. So tomorrow, most of you will be going to church service, but right in your head, you can see yourself possibly sitting in front of the church. You already imagine yourself in your clothes, that's you thinking right now. It's like it's in the future, but it's inside of you. If you think about it, it's inside. It's, you know where you're going to go on Monday. You can visualize that, right? It looks like it's far, but no, it's inside of you because it's where you can go but have not yet gone. That's what the future is about. The future is an illusion. Future is an illusion because it's inside. So that's why I said deliver the future. So deliver all those things that you can become right from the inside of you. Ladies and gentlemen, at this juncture, I believe that I've been able to make, very strong cases using these five components on how you can be a responsible leader, whether as an individual, whether you work in an organization, whether you are a leader politically. I believe that this helps every one of us to become more effective and more responsible. Thank you so much, guys. Like I said, it's not going to take time. We're going to hit the nail on the head. And is you see, one thing that we must understand is not in the length of the speech. No, it's in how effective and practical that speech is. The speeches that has changed lives are not the longest, they're the most effective. So if you are able to pick out learning points from this conversation and act on them, your life will never remain the same. Never remain the same. So thank you all for listening. And once again, I want to thank Sophia for, and the team for inviting me to speak to you all on responsibility in leadership. Thank you all. I appreciate.
Thank you so much, Saval. Thank you. Thank you so much. I am so happy to be hearing from you tonight. Okay, if you can see me well and me clearly, please let me know, okay? If you can hear me and if you can see me well, please let me know. And also the tech, let me know if I'm being heard clearly so that we can have an easy flow of communication. All right. Thank you so much for joining us, Savalo Okafor. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for joining because when I saw actually the flyer that he'll be coming for the program and also some other big names that are into the industry of impact, they're into a lot of things that they're doing on social media. I was so delighted and I was like, yes, this is actually a program called Responsibility. I actually had a question, but then um, since okay, since here Saval is not here with us, so I would likely suggest that all the questions that you have, you should drop it at the comment section of all the live stream that we are airing from. Okay, drop it at the comment section if it's on Facebook, if it's on YouTube, any of the platforms that you see us airing live on. Please drop your questions in the comment section so that we can pick it up from there. Okay. So thank you so much, Saval, for coming to speak to us, and I really appreciate you all, most especially the viewers at home. Thank you so much. And I will say that starting from the first day of this conference, we we and the actually we and the team, people that have worked so hard to make sure that this conference is actually a success. I must commend them. I must recognize them, because if they are not recognized, that means that all efforts here are wasted. So, first of all, I want to appreciate the convener of this conference, in the person of Sir Emmanuel Aloysius, who is a general superintendent of all the activities that is going on here. I want to appreciate you, sir, for creating out this impact, for creating out this impact. There's some, I keep on saying it, there are some places that you will go to, and this type of knowledge, you pay for it. But then someone out there brought this innovation, brought out this impact to us free of charge. I really want to appreciate you, Sir Emmanuel Aloysius. Thank you so much for what you're doing on social media. We admire you, and we are so grateful for all that you do. Thank you so much for bringing out this conference to us. And also, I want to thank the speakers that spoke in this conference, starting from the day one. We had Sir Emmanuel Aloysius, the convener, spoke on the first day as the first speaker. We had the second speaker that came to the stage in the person of Sir Stephen Adediwa, someone whose profile that I when I saw his profile, I was like, wow, is this type of person coming to this conference? Thank you so much, Sir Stephen Adediwa, for speaking to us on building capacity. And of course, yes, you have built that capacity. Thank you so much, sir, for coming. Thank you for speaking to us. We are so much grateful. Thank you also, Betty Odumosu. She came up at the morning section and also spoke to us. And I would love to appreciate you, Ma. I really love what you're doing online. I really love what you're doing online. Thank you so much for coming to us, coming to speak to us. Thank you for all that you do. We love you. We are so grateful. Thank you so much for coming. And also, I also want to extend that hand to appreciate one of the figures also that I call excellent, in the person of Sir Tosin Ikuyimenu. Thank you, sir, for coming live with us, and you even spoke on attitudinal response to social development. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for coming to share your thoughts, and thank you so much for joining. And also, we have a beautiful personality as well, in the person of Martina Chinedu Ako. Thank you so much, Ma, for coming and speaking to us mostly on embracing your abilities. Thank you for coming. Thank you so, so much. I really appreciate you. Thank you for joining us. Despite the busy schedules, these people made out time to stay with us. Thank you so much. And I also want to appreciate the the last speaker in this conference, in the person of Savalo Kalfo. If I will have to speak about him, I will tell you that I will, in fact, if I have to speak about him, I will tell you that I will not finish today. I will not finish what I have to say today. So thank you so much, sir, for joining us. Thank you for sharing your wealth of knowledge. Thank you also for sharing and inspiring us even this evening. Thank you for joining. Thank you for coming live with us. And I also want to appreciate the eCampus Television, the team, and even the head of directors, people that allowed us to use their platform. Thank you so, so much. And also, thank you, the tech team. Wow, the tech in this. conference a success. Thank you so, so much. I really appreciate you all. Thank you for what you are doing. Thank you. Thank you, tech team. Thank you so, so much. We really love what you people did, even in this conference. Thank you so much for the efforts you people put in making this conference a success. And I also want to appreciate the project assistant. First of all, the tech manager of this conference is in the person of Sir Ebo Chidera. Thank you so much for making this conference a reality. Even through God who used you as an instrument, thank you so much for all you're doing. We really love you and we really appreciate your expertise. Thank you also, the project assistant manager, and that is Exawan Sophia. Thank you also, the assistant content creator that is in the person of Exta. Thank you for coming live and even helping us to make this program a success. I also want to appreciate our sponsors, people that helped even to not just they are not necessarily the speaker, but they are the sponsors of this conference. Thank you so much, Prime Hub, Quinsta Kitchen, eCampus TV, TCV. Thank you so, so much for sponsoring this program and making this program a success. Thank you all. Also, my viewers at home, you all deserve an accolade. Thank you for joining. Thank you for staying. Thank you for being with us. Thank you. Thank you so, so much from the day one to this evening. You have been here. You deserve an accolade. Without you, nothing is happening. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you. And I also want to use this opportunity to appreciate the God Almighty. Without him, nothing is happening. Without him, this program will not come to mindset. Without him, this idea will not come up. Honestly, he is the reason why we are here. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you all. Thank you all. All right. We will call it a we'll call it a wrap of this Standard Africa Conference. Who is happy? Hope you gain value. Hope you gain value. Honestly, me, I am overloaded. I don't know about you. So you tell me, hope you gained value. Hope you did. All right. Thank you so much for joining. And we will be expecting you all also next year at the next year Standard Conference. That is 2024. And I will be happy to meet you all again. Thank you so much for joining. I love you all. I love you, love you, love you, love you all. Thank you so, so much. Thank you. And I wish you a good night's rest. Thank you all. I love you all. Thank you. And God bless you. Thank you so much.